Imagine for a moment that your entire life, your every experience is shaped not by the world outside you, but by the very beliefs you hold deep within your mind. What if I told you that your reality is not a fixed, unchangeable fact, but a living, breathing reflection of what you truly accept as true? This is not some far-off idea, it is the cornerstone of creation itself, revealed clearly through the teachings of Neville Goddard. You are not a passive player in life. You are the creator, the architect of your world. You become exactly what you believe. Every thought you nurture, every assumption you make is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. And like the gardener tending his garden, your inner convictions bring forth the harvest that you call your reality. The moment you grasp this truth, that your external world is but a mirror reflecting your inner state, you hold the key to transform your life entirely. Your beliefs are not idle or harmless, they are the very mold shaping your destiny. To believe that you are limited is to confine yourself to limitation. To believe you are a failure is to walk a path of failure. But to believe in your own power, in the reality of your desires already fulfilled, is to step into the divine realm where creation responds to your every assumption. Creation is effortless when you understand that your imagination is God within you, working tirelessly to manifest your beliefs into physical form. The moment you awaken to this, you realize that no outside condition or circumstance can hold power over you except the power you give it through belief. You become what you believe. Not tomorrow, not someday, but in the present moment, in the feeling of your imagination. This is the secret. Live in the end, feel your wish fulfilled, and watch as the world around you rearranges itself to match your inner truth. The magic is not in waiting or hoping, but in knowing and feeling. Your belief is the command that the unseen realm obeys. So take ownership of your inner world, for it is the only reality that matters. You are the creator. Your belief is the cause. Your life is the effect. When you change your belief, you change your world. You become exactly what you believe. Your outer world is nothing more than a mirror, a reflection of the beliefs you hold within your mind. This is a principle that once understood deeply changes everything. The experiences you encounter, the people you meet, the conditions you live under, they are all shaped by the invisible landscape inside you. Your beliefs act like a lens through which you perceive and, more importantly, create your reality. This is why your life looks the way it does, because your inner convictions have given form to the formless. Consider this. Every situation you find yourself in began first as a thought, a feeling, or an assumption that you accepted as true. Before anything exists on the outside, it must live in the fertile soil of your imagination. Your mind is the workshop of creation, and your beliefs are the blueprint. What you habitually believe about yourself and the world builds the structure of your life. If you believe scarcity, limitation, or failure, then scarcity, limitation, and failure will become your experience. If you believe in abundance, power, and success, those two will manifest as your reality. The outer world cannot contradict what is inside you. It is impossible for the external to deny the inner reality you embrace. This is a universal law that operates whether you are aware of it or not. The world outside is obedient to the commands of your subconscious mind, which is governed by the beliefs you hold most strongly and consistently. If you have accepted a belief as true, no matter how small or large, that belief sends out vibrations and impressions that the universe faithfully answers by aligning circumstances to match. You may ask, how can this? I see people trapped in unfortunate circumstances, and I wonder why their beliefs did not change their reality. The answer lies in the consistency and feeling behind the belief. Your outer world reflects your dominant, habitual belief. Sometimes people hold contradictory beliefs, but the one they feel and live by most consistently will prevail in shaping their experience. If a person says they want success but constantly feels doubt and fear, the belief of failure is stronger and will manifest accordingly. Beliefs do not simply sit idle in the mind. They are living forces with creative power. They dictate your emotions, your expectations, and your actions, all of which contribute to the shaping of your external condition. When you believe you are unworthy, your energy lowers and your actions unconsciously reinforce that belief. When you believe you are worthy and capable, your energy rises and your actions align with those beliefs, bringing about positive change. Your outer world is the natural product of this internal process. To truly understand this, you must observe your own life and notice how your experiences have followed your beliefs. Reflect on moments when you changed your mind about something and how the world responded. Maybe you once believed you were unlucky and life seemed to confirm it. Then you began to imagine and feel yourself as someone who attracts good fortune, and suddenly opportunities started to appear. This is not coincidence. It is the proof of your inner beliefs, shaping your outer reality. The key to transforming your life lies in shifting these inner beliefs. Because the outer world is simply a reflection, changing the outside without addressing the inside will only result in temporary or superficial change. True transformation comes from changing the foundation of your inner world. When you nurture empowering beliefs, your outer world begins to rearrange itself accordingly. This process is not controlled by external events, people, or circumstances, but by your conscious choice of what to believe. Your imagination is the doorway to this transformation. When you use your imagination to feel the reality of your desires as if they are already fulfilled, you impress new beliefs upon your subconscious mind. These new beliefs become the seed for a new outer reality. The more vividly and consistently you feel this new belief, the more powerfully it shapes your world. This is why faith and feeling are essential. They breathe life into your beliefs, making them active forces of creation. Remember, the power is always within you. The world you see around you is not a fixed entity to which you must conform. It is a fluid reflection responding to the beliefs you hold. You are not a victim of circumstances, but a master of your own reality. The key is to become aware of your beliefs and consciously choose those that serve your highest good. This awareness itself begins the process of change. You must also recognize that not all beliefs are obvious or conscious. Many run beneath the surface, formed from past experiences, conditioning, and repeated thoughts. These subconscious beliefs are powerful because they operate automatically. To change them, you must first become aware of their existence, and then deliberately replace them with new conscious beliefs. This requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to living as though your new beliefs are already true. Ultimately, the relationship between your inner beliefs and your outer world is unbreakable. Wherever your attention goes, your life follows. This understanding frees you from the illusion of helplessness and places the power of creation firmly in your hands. When you truly grasp that your outer world is nothing more than the reflection of your inner beliefs, you unlock the door to unlimited possibilities. You become the artist, the sculptor, the creator of your own life. Creation begins not in the physical world, but within the unseen realms of your imagination and feeling. This is the eternal truth of how your life comes into being. Before anything can appear in the world around you, it must first be conceived in the inner sanctuary of your mind. The imagination is the workshop of reality, the sacred place where the seeds of your desires are planted, nurtured, and brought to life. This inner creative act is not a mere daydream or idle wish. It is the deliberate and conscious shaping of what is to come. When you understand this, you realize that no external condition holds the power to create your life. The world outside is merely a stage upon which the inner reality plays itself out. If you want to manifest something new, the starting point is not to struggle with circumstances or people, but to go within and change the story you are telling yourself. The feeling is the secret ingredient in this creative process. It is not enough to simply picture what you desire. You must feel the reality of it as if it already exists. Feeling is the language through which the unseen realm responds. Your imagination combined with feeling becomes a powerful magnet, attracting all conditions and events that correspond to your inner state. This is the law by which all things are made manifest. Without feeling, imagination remains lifeless and powerless. It is the emotional conviction, the inner certainty that ignites creation. Many people try to force change in their lives by acting on the outside without first changing their inner beliefs and feelings. They chase circumstances, seek validation, or work hard, hoping the world will shift in their favor. Yet true change does not come from external effort alone. External effort may move you physically, but it cannot alter the fundamental fabric of your reality without the creative act of imagination and feeling. When your inner world aligns with your desire, all external steps become effortless and naturally guided. Your imagination is the key that opens the door to all possibilities. Through it you enter the world of creation, where limits dissolve and anything is possible. When you imagine your wish fulfilled with vividness and passion, you impress your subconscious mind with a new reality. This new reality then unfolds in your life like a natural law. Your imagination acts as the sculptor, shaping the formless clay of the future into a concrete shape that your physical world can recognize. This process works like planting a seed. You do not force the seed to grow by pulling it from the earth. Instead, you nurture it with water, light, and care, symbolic of your feeling and faith. Similarly, when you nurture your imagined desire with consistent feeling and belief, it takes root in your subconscious and grows until it appears in your outer life. Impatience and doubt can uproot the seed before it has time to mature. Therefore, the work within requires patience, faith, and persistence. It is important to live in the end, meaning to inhabit the feeling of the wish fulfilled fully and continuously. This means you do not live as if you are waiting for the desire to come true, but as if it is already your current reality. By living in the end, you create a mental and emotional state that holds the future securely in the present. This mental discipline is the foundation upon which creation rests. To live in the end is to command your subconscious mind to bring about the external conditions that correspond to your inner state. The world you see is a reflection of what you hold in your imagination and feel to be true. If your imagination is focused on lack, limitation, or failure, then your external world will reflect those conditions. But if your imagination is filled with success, abundance, and joy, and these feelings are cultivated as real, your world will correspond. This is the unchanging law that governs manifestation. To harness this power, you must become a master of your imagination. Train yourself to imagine with clarity, detail, and feeling. When you do this, you become like a conductor directing the symphony of your life. Your thoughts and feelings are the instruments that play the melody of your future. Control these instruments wisely and intentionally, for they hold the power to create worlds. This creative process also frees you from the tyranny of circumstance. You no longer need to be a victim of outside conditions. Instead, you become the conscious creator of your life. The external world bends and shapes itself according to your inner vision and feeling. This is why your imagination is the most valuable tool you possess. It is the source from which all creation flows. In practice, you can begin by spending time each day in quiet reflection, imagining your desired outcome in vivid detail. Feel the emotions associated with your wish fulfilled: joy, gratitude, peace, and hold those feelings steady. Return to this practice often, allowing your subconscious mind to absorb and accept the new reality. Over time, you will witness the gradual unfolding of your imagined life in the physical world. Remember, creation is not a hurried process, but a sacred dance between your imagination and the unseen forces that respond to it. When you take control of your imagination and feel with certainty, you become the living source of all that you desire. The power to create lies not outside but within. Your imagination and feeling are the true creators of your world, and when you understand this, your life becomes a masterpiece shaped by your own hands. Belief is not a passive state of mind, it is a commanding force that shapes the very fabric of your existence. To understand belief as a powerful command is to unlock the secret door to your own creative power. It is the unseen decree that governs the laws of manifestation. the invisible order that compels the universe to respond to your inner conviction. Your beliefs are the instructions you give to the unseen realm, and the unseen realm obeys without hesitation. This obedience is absolute and immediate. For the world outside is but an echo of the world inside. When you truly grasp that belief is a command, you realize that your thoughts and feelings are not mere reactions to life's circumstances. They are the originators of those circumstances. Each belief you hold acts like a law, establishing the conditions that will manifest in your reality. There is no neutral belief. Every belief is an active force producing effects. Whether you are aware of it or not, to believe something deeply is to issue a command to your subconscious mind, which moves to bring that belief into physical form. The power of belief is not limited by time or space. It is not something that waits for external confirmation before acting. It moves first, creating the conditions necessary to support itself. This is why people often say, seeing is believing, but the truth is believing is seeing. What you firmly believe forms the blueprint for what your eyes will witness. The unseen command of belief sets the stage for all visible events to unfold accordingly. Many fail to harness this power because they misunderstand the nature of belief. They think belief is simply agreeing with a possibility or hoping something might happen. But belief is far more profound. It is the unwavering acceptance that your desire is already true. The internal decree that cannot be contradicted. It carries with it the force of certainty and conviction. A feeling that settles the mind and heart into a state of assurance. This state of absolute knowing is what activates the creative power of belief. This power is reflected in your daily life through the things you consistently accept as true. When you believe you are unworthy, the universe immediately responds by creating circumstances that mirror that belief. When you believe you are capable and deserving, the world rearranges itself to provide evidence of that capability and worthiness. This law operates impartially without judgment. It simply responds to the commands it receives. Your beliefs are the commands and your reality is the response. The command of belief also explains why change can happen instantly in some cases. When you suddenly adopt a new belief with full conviction, the universe responds immediately to that change. The external world begins to shift to match the new internal decree. This is the miraculous power at the heart of creation. It is not bound by linear time or gradual progression, but acts as swiftly as your belief takes hold. It is crucial to understand that belief is sustained not just by thought, but by feeling. Feeling is the fuel that powers the command of belief. Without feeling, belief remains an intellectual idea, without force. When you combine clear mental acceptance with strong emotional conviction, you activate the full creative potential of belief. This emotional charge transforms a simple idea into a living command that the subconscious mind cannot ignore. In practical terms, this means that if you want to manifest your desires, you must do more than simply want. You must feel them as real. You must live and move within the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This feeling becomes your command to the unseen forces. It is the energetic signature that calls forth the manifestation of your desire in the physical world. It is also important to guard your beliefs carefully. Because belief is a command, anything you accept as true, even inadvertently, sends out a creative order. Doubt, fear, and negativity are also beliefs that command resistance. These beliefs act like destructive commands that produce unwanted effects in your life. To master the power of belief, you must become vigilant about what you accept into your consciousness. Protect your mind as the sacred ground of creation. The mastery of belief requires conscious effort and discipline. It is not a casual process, but a deliberate practice of choosing and affirming the beliefs that serve your highest good. Through repetition, affirmation, and mental discipline, you impress new beliefs upon your subconscious, replacing old, limiting commands. Over time, these new commands become your dominant reality, and your life changes to reflect them. Ultimately, the recognition that belief is a powerful command places the responsibility of creation squarely in your hands. You are not at the mercy of chance or fate. You hold the authority to direct the unseen forces through the beliefs you maintain. This realization empowers you to take control of your destiny and consciously shape your life according. Every belief you hold operates silently but powerfully, influencing your perception and behavior. Some beliefs are conscious and easily recognized. Others are deeply embedded in the subconscious mind, formed over years of conditioning and past experiences. These deeply rooted beliefs act like programs running in the background, automatically shaping how you respond to life. To change your life, you must first bring these hidden beliefs to light and examine whether they serve or limit you. Change cannot be forced upon the external world with mere willpower or effort alone. True change must arise from the inside out, beginning with a shift in your internal landscape. When you change what you believe about yourself, your possibilities expand and new pathways open. For example, if you believe you are incapable of success, your thoughts and actions will align to prove this belief true. Conversely, if you adopt the belief that success is your natural state, you begin to act with confidence and attract opportunities that reflect this belief. This transformation of belief is not a superficial wish or hope. It is a deliberate and conscious choice to see yourself and your world differently. It involves the reprogramming of your subconscious mind through persistent mental discipline and imaginative practice. The subconscious accepts what is impressed upon it with feeling and repetition. By consistently imagining and feeling a new belief as true, you rewrite the mental script that governs your life. Imagination is the tool by which you change your beliefs. Through vivid and detailed mental imagery, you can create new scenarios that reflect the beliefs you wish to embody. But imagination alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by feeling the emotional conviction that your new belief is already real. Feeling breathes life into imagination and makes it a living force that your subconscious mind can accept and act upon. The process of changing beliefs often requires patience and persistence. Old beliefs may resist at first, clinging tightly because they have been reinforced over many years. You may experience moments of doubt or temptation to revert to familiar patterns. This is natural and part of the transformation process. What matters is your willingness to remain steadfast in your new belief and to consistently return to the feeling of your desired state. It is essential to be aware of the beliefs you hold in everyday life because they shape your interactions, decisions, and results. If you notice recurring patterns of limitation or frustration, these are clues pointing to underlying beliefs that need to be changed. By identifying these limiting beliefs, you gain the power to consciously replace them with empowering alternatives. This conscious choice is the first step toward reclaiming control over your life. The impact of changing your beliefs extends beyond personal gain. It reshapes your entire experience of reality. When you adopt new beliefs, you alter your perception, your relationships, your health, and your environment. Life begins to respond to you differently because you have become a different person on the inside. The outer world can only mirror the transformation that has occurred within. Living with new beliefs also transforms how you handle challenges and setbacks. Instead of being overwhelmed or defeated, you see obstacles as temporary and solvable. Your new beliefs provide a foundation of strength and resilience that allows you to move forward with confidence. You begin to understand that your circumstances do not define you. Your beliefs define your circumstances. To sustain this change, it is helpful to create daily habits that reinforce your new belief. Affirmations, visualization, and mindful awareness are powerful tools that keep your mind focused on your desired reality. By making these practices part of your routine, you deepen your conviction and solidify the new beliefs until they become your natural state of being. Ultimately, the power to change your life lies within your ability to change your beliefs. This is the most profound truth of creation, that you are not a passive recipient of fate, but an active creator of your destiny. By transforming your beliefs, you reshape your identity and open the door to limitless possibilities. Your new beliefs become the foundation upon which a new life is built, one that reflects your highest aspirations and truest desires. To manifest your desires effortlessly, it is essential to live in the end, to inhabit the feeling of the wish fulfilled as if it were already your present reality. This practice is the cornerstone of creation, the key that unlocks the doorway between imagination and manifestation. Living in the end means that you no longer look to the future with longing or hope, but you firmly place yourself now in the state of having what you desire. This is not mere wishful thinking. It is a deliberate and conscious act of embodying the reality you wish to bring forth. When you live in the end, you align your inner world with the outcome you want, and this alignment sends a powerful signal to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, which is the creative force behind all manifestation, responds only to the present feeling it perceives. It does not differentiate between what is physically present and what is vividly imagined and felt. Therefore, when you impress upon your subconscious the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled, it moves to make your inner state real in the outer world. Many people make the mistake of living in the desire rather than in the fulfillment. They focus on what they lack, what they want to achieve, or what will happen in the future. This focus on the wanting and the future creates a gap between themselves and the desired reality. And this gap generates feelings of lack, frustration, and impatience. The subconscious mind cannot work from a state of lack. It requires a present state of fulfillment to build upon. Living in the end closes this gap and brings the future into the now. This practice requires vivid imagination combined with strong feeling. You must see yourself as already possessing your desire. Feel the emotions that come with its fulfillment: joy, gratitude, peace, satisfaction, and hold these feelings steadily and consistently. The more detailed and emotionally charged your inner experience, the stronger the impression you leave on your subconscious mind. This impressing is the creative act that shapes your external world. Living in the end also means you carry yourself and behave in a manner consistent with the fulfillment of your desire. Your attitude, speech, and actions naturally reflect the reality you have accepted. When you act as if you are already successful, loved, or abundant, you reinforce the new belief system within yourself. This alignment of mind, feeling, and behavior